Drivers, start your engines!
Richmond, and we are back in our 2003 for our 26th race of the season, second time here at Richmond, and as always it's going to be a really tough one, really crowded, 200 laps here at Richmond. But we have two viewer drivers with us this time, starting up towards the front with a fantastic qualifying effort, starting P9, the 83 of Steve Fulton, running with us again. And just a few rows ahead of me, Timothy Sinclair in the 66, and we're starting just behind him, a couple rows in 35th, running the alternate dark colored scheme that we did at Daytona for the night race as we get the green here. Richmond's such a tough track. So little room for error as we get doors slammed immediately. Must have been 3 wide there. I had no idea with Leffler. We're just going to back out of that. 200 laps here. This is such a long one. I don't know if he got loose or what. We just got door slammed right there. But we got to get this car to the end. And last Richmond race was an absolute mess. Cautions after cautions. We had one good long run and then it just devolved into a big mess, and I had a lot of issues as well. So we brought a different car this time. It's a little bit, I think it's a little bit tighter, which is going to help us on corner entry, turn 1 here especially. It's still quite a bit loose. We just need to be careful with it and take care of it. Be very patient. This is such a long race. We just need to get it to the end in one piece, slowly work our way up through the field. Once we get spread out, it's going to be a lot easier to make passes. Hopefully we get to a point where it's spread out, we don't have just a bunch of restarts. But going to be trying to take our time here. Drivers are so aggressive here on entry and in the center. We really don't want to be 3 wide. We can make no contact with anybody. Still 3. Still 3, I believe. We break very early. Not feeling too good on speed either. Practice we weren't looking great. Obviously qualifying speed we're never very good. But long run pace is what we had last time we raced here. We're able to move up quite a bit through the long run, taking care of the tires and whatnot. I hope that's the case this time as well. Car is very tight, but it's pretty stable if we can keep it underneath us and don't push it too hard. We need to make sure we're not slipping up too far off the bottom. It's kind of like Martinsville, where the drivers behind you will really want to take that gap, as I missed the bottom there, but we had space. I locked up the tires a little bit under braking, and that shoved the nose. Just kind of mired back here in traffic. I'm not trying to be too aggressive. They're all too wide ahead of me. We're stuck behind Nemechek here. Oh, and they're wrecking. Slowing down, nice and easy. Big wreck, big wreck. Oh, nobody hit me, nobody hit me. Okay. That was close. That was lap 9. Made up quite a few spots there. That was a big wreck. Alright. Managed to dodge that one. That was scary. I don't want this to be wrecks every 10 laps. This is 200 laps. It's going to be a long time if we're getting cautions all the time. We do a lot of pace laps here for some reason. I don't think I'm going to pit. We didn't get any damage or slide the tires at all. We could come in and top off with fuel, but I think fuel-wise it's actually not too bad. We can make it past halfway easily, so this could just be a one-stop race if it went green for most of it. Kenny Wallace is pitting there. I don't know, he might have got some right side damage. I was really worried. somebody would get spun down into us on our right, or we'd come up off the track, off the apron, and push into somebody, and that would spin us out and get run over. I really was worried about that happening. I'm glad we all kept it clean down there. I saw Rusty Wallace spin into the inside, and then there was a bunch of contact on the outside of the corner. And I don't know if that was a big wreck or they just kind of ran into each other or what. Yeah, I see some tire marks there. We'll take a look and see if anybody is out. Ryan Newman is out. That's a pretty big name to be out already. He's always fast. Kyle Petty is out. Rusty Wallace was the one spinning, but maybe he didn't get too much damage. He's back in 35th. Up front, Matt Kenseth with Jeff Gordon right behind him. Jeff Burton starting off this run good. Steve Fulton still up there in the top 10. And Kenny Schrader in 10th. Starting off pretty good. You see Timothy Sinclair's just ahead of me by a couple spots, and Dale Jr. just ahead of him. Jr. usually really good here at Richmond. He's all the way back outside the top 20 right now. Didn't see where he qualified. He may just be started back here, but expect him to be up towards the front by the end. Hopefully we can follow him somewhat. Anybody else get out of the race because of the accident? Doesn't look like it, at least yet. Mayfield and Warburton quite a ways back still, so they might have been on pit road fixing damage. We got to go around a few more times still. Unfortunately, if we didn't have so many caution laps here, having a bunch of cautions in a row wouldn't be that bad, but I know this race can definitely devolve into a crash fest, and that can just make it take forever. Hopefully we get a nice long run in 50, 60 laps. I need to get to the long run to get these tires to play into my favor, because short run I really don't fire off with much speed.
We're going green next time by. Okay, we're on the lead lap. Stay on the outside line. Stay behind the 25
Just need to
car
take care of the car. We're going to be a
line.
lot farther back now since we're single file. Try and stay on the lead lap, see if we can work our way up. I don't want to be super aggressive when we're all packed up on each other like this. I just need to be very patient, try and keep it out of trouble. Because trouble can find you in a hurry here at Richmond short track racing. Want to try and get a good finish after a not so good Darlington race, but we did recover well, got a 12th place.
Now. Going green.
That's pretty acceptable.
Pace car's in.
Getting ready to go green here.
Green, green, green.
And we're off. Maybe get a run on the inside of Joe Nemechek. We got Jeff Green in the one car. He's kind of slow there.
Keep low.
Nice and easy into turn one.
Still
I
there.
clip the apron a bit. It's going to get tight.
Clear.
Don't get a very good exit. But that outside is not very good. But I keep clipping the apron. It's alright. Don't get too worried yet. That felt very scary there. Felt like I entered a little too hard and it was going to spin on me, but we're alright. See people up ahead making some very strange moves mid-corner. It's got me scared that somebody's wrecking that I can't see. I slip up off the bottom. That gets Dale Jarrett to the inside.
Inside. Stay high.
He's going to get by us. We got no grip in the middle groove right now. Just give up that spot, see if we can get in line behind him before Fittipaldi gets there. It just gets so tight. Okay. Remember, we struggled a lot last Richmond race and got involved in a couple accidents, but I think we still finished decently, kind of like what happened at Darlington last time. Where Darlington, we're actually doing pretty good, and then we had some issues, and I made some mistakes, ended up getting into a wreck.
Stay low.
Oh my gosh, I gotta enter turn 1 better.
Clear outside.
Kind of struggling right now. I'm hoping the tires come to us, we get a little bit better. So we can get another run on Jeff Green here.
Stay low. Stay low.
Try and get it into the corner, try and get it to turn. Alright, we make the pass. We're sitting 26th now. Let's try and work our way to the top 20. That's just ahead of us here. There's a bunch of cars here, and we're only in 26th. Nemechek on the inside of Elliott Sadler. Stop clipping that apron. It's killing our run. Oh, I thought he was going to leave the door open, but he had a good entry there. And they're wrecking again.
Let's go. Race back to the line.
All right, I had to put it in the wall there.
To the end of the pacing line. Stay behind the 0 car. Past the
Whew.
1 car. Keep it up. Keep it
Are
up.
we under
Keep
yellow?
digging.
Did we cross the line? I think we did. Lap 21. Had to put it in the wall there to avoid. Looked like Schrader spinning. Who am I passing? I don't know. I guess we're passing the 1. That was another big wreck. Happened on the front stretch. I didn't want to slow down too much because I was worried I was going to get run over. Jason Leffler going down pit road. He's got a bunch of front end damage. With the race back to the line, the other drivers really don't like to slow down for wrecks. So I was worried I was going to slow down too much and just get destroyed. But I put it in the wall and he bounced off the wall, thankfully. And I don't know what they're doing here.
Past the 1 car.
Oh, they're slamming into each other under yellow there. If we pit, I guess we'll take some tires. It actually looks pretty worn. A lot more worn than I
Pit road
expected.
is now open.
Didn't do that many laps. We'll pit. I imagine everybody's going to pit. Take 4 tires and fuel.
40. Keep it under 3,000 in seconds.
We got a pretty early pit box.
Remember,
Dale
don't
Jarrett
pass
there.
The stop sign at the end of
Okay.
pit road. The pace cars in turn 1. The pace cars in turn 2.
Hopefully we can get out okay. Not get stuck behind Nemechek here.
The pace cars on the back straight. Go, go, go! Yes, we nailed
All right.
that stop. Great work, guys.
Good stop,
That's
apparently,
speed now. Keep it on 3,000
according to the
in
crew
seconds.
chief.
The pace cars in turn 3.
They're running into each other. I don't want to have to slow down, but got to not wreck sometimes.
Pace cars in turn 4.
Jimmy Johnson's still on pit
Okay,
road. What
you're
happened to
clear
him?
of pit lane. Stay behind the 10 car.
I think we gained some spots on pit road there, but Jimmy Johnson having a really bad stop, or maybe he got damaged or something,
Okay,
but he was still on pit road when we were leaving. Figured he was way up front and we'd never see him, at least right there. I'm glad we did not get damaged from that. That was scary. We got new tires, top it off with fuel. Still
We'll give you
can't
1 can of fuel.
still can't
You're
make it
now
to
in
the
top
end.
20. Good job.
And we're up to 20th, so pretty good. Timothy Sinclair just up there ahead of us as well. He's maintaining position pretty well. Ward Burton already back up to 24th, so whatever happened to the first caution, he must not have gotten too hurt from it. Alright guys, can we settle down? Can we get a decent run? Is that possible? Let's see, I bet Leffler's out of the race now, yeah. He had a ton of front end damage. I thought it was Kenny Schrader that was spinning, but maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was Casey Mears. Schrader's in 25th. Looked like he had a bunch of damage, if that was who it was. I didn't really catch who was spinning in front of me. I was just trying to figure out where he was going to bounce and where I could go to avoid him. I thought it was Ken Schrader, but maybe it wasn't. Only 24 laps into this thing. We got 2 cautions already. Would love to get a long green run. Would love to get a long green run. Is that going to be possible? Should be getting the 1 to green next time. Yeah, we got Richmond here, which was really tough at the
time by.
or earlier
Okay,
in the
we're on
season when
lead
we ran
lap.
it the first
Stay on
time.
the outside line. Stay behind the 10 car on the outside line.
Next race is New Hampshire, which we really struggled with last time. Got very frustrated that race, as many remember, I'm sure. But hopefully next time is going to be a little bit better and I don't lose my mind quite as much. Problem with New Hampshire, I felt like I was doing good, and then I got stuck behind everybody and couldn't ever make up any more ground, and it just kept devolving into more wrecks.
Get ready now.
Hopefully we don't do
Going
that
green.
again. And then some more fun tracks coming up after that, which I'm excited for.
Green, green, green.
Okay. Decent start. Let's see if we can get underneath Benson here. We can. Don't overdrive it and get him. Alright, good entry.
Stay low.
Should be able to make the pass.
Clear outside.
Barely. Ricky Craven here. I got Dale Jarrett behind me, who was quicker than us that last run. A little bit loose there. We get a good run on Craven, though.
Car outside. Still
New
there.
tires feel a lot better already. I don't know what happened to those first set. Maybe it was just a bad set of tires. Wouldn't think 24 laps would have, not even all under green, would have hurt them too bad. And we get hit by Jarrett in the rear. We're holding them up already.
Stay low.
I think that was Jarrett. Maybe it was Craven. I didn't look.
Still there. Keep
I got Waltrip in front of me now, who's struggling. As we're getting around Todd Bodine, we're going to look underneath Waltrip.
Stay low.
And all of a sudden, I'm feeling fairly quick.
Still there.
Hey, we make the pass, follow Timothy Sinclair, and we got Steve Fulton just ahead of us. Oh, we're loose on entry. Gotta be so careful into turn one. Steve Fulton has kind of fallen back. He's in 14th now. Dropped out of the top 10. Alright, got a nice gap behind us. We're actually looking okay. Just gotta be so incredibly careful into turn one. I think I self-spun into turn one last Richmond race as well. Just gonna be patient here. Not gonna throw any late moves on entry. Let's take care of it. We're all kind of stacked up here. Alright, now we might be able to look to the inside. Nope, not quite. I didn't enter hard enough after that. Man, it's tight in 3 and 4. Really tight. Alright, we're settled in. We're making some laps. Let's have this run keep going. Steve Fulton's struggling a little bit. He's falling back more.
Outside.
Oh, locked it up a bit.
Still
He's
there.
getting in a little too hot there.
Still there.
Okay, decent corner though. We might be able to get to the inside.
Keep low.
We are able to just barely get there. Can we get the run off the corner? We do. Okay.
Keep low. Stay
Pretty
low.
good.
Clear.
All right. What's this, top 15? 14th, I think, actually. Oh my gosh, I entered the corner way too hard there. Got into Terry a little bit.
Clear
Slipped
inside.
up. Nearly got into Terry and spun him, but we keep it together. Now we're stuck on the outside, though.
Keep high. Keep
So
high.
we're going to lose those spots we just gained. This is a tough track. Might be able to get in behind Waltrip. See if we can stop the bleeding a bit. We're getting hit. That shoves us out of the groove.
Clear inside.
Okay, he backs off of it, lets us have it. We were stacked up there through the center of 1 and 2, and we got some contact in the rear, but we're all right.
Still there.
All right, let's try and pass Terry Labonte
Stay low.
a little bit better this time.
Still there. Still there.
Okay, nice and easy. We get him.
Clear.
Back to the top 15. All right. Glad we're still going green here. So we get a run on Michael. Then we get a good run out of the corner. We get to his inside.
Stay low. Keep low.
Can't quite clear him.
Keep low.
Okay.
Clear outside. Car outside.
Should get it
Clear
here.
outside.
You fight on the outside for one corner, but once you get to the next corner, it's just, there's no grip.
Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep digging.
So we've made up some good grounds since our start, but a lot of those positions were from wrecks. And I think we gained some spots on pit road as well. We had a good pit stop. We got on and off pretty quick, which is good. See if we can catch Greg Biffle. Get a good run on him. We're going to go ahead and look to the inside. But not quite going to get there. Going to get the drive off the corner. We're able to hold with him.
Still there. Stay low.
Got very tight there. We weren't able to clear him through the center. Now we get clear of him. Alright, car feels very tight, but it's probably a good thing. Still loose on entry to 1 though. That's one place we gotta watch. Tight everywhere else, but we're making ground, making up ground, moving forward. We're up to 13th now. Sinclair just ahead of us, carving through the field. We're trying to follow him. So skatey into turn 1. Just gotta manage it. Alright. Nice and smooth. I imagine the next caution that comes out we'll pit for tires again. But hopefully it doesn't come out for a long time. I want to get a nice long run in. Get this race going. Looks like we're nice and spread out now, so it might be a while at least. Ricky Rudd.
Car outside.
Stuck on the outside here.
Still there.
We actually get a pretty decent entry, but we're not going to be able to pass him until we get to turn 3. Timothy Sinclair trying to work his way into the top 10. Get around Jeff Burton.
Still there. Stay low.
Still can't clear Ricky Rudd. See how much time we lose racing side by side too. It slows us down massively. Can we clear him this time? We're getting loose. That's what we needed to do, I guess. Alright, got clear of him. We're up to 12th. Looking good, looking good. Car's feeling alright. Just very tight, but stable. Only place that I really gotta watch is that turn 1, like I keep saying. Gotta keep reminding myself so I don't overdrive it. We overdrove it in turn 3 underneath Terry Labonte that last time, but if we'd overdriven it into turn 1, we would have probably spun out with how loose this thing is there. Turn 3 doesn't feel nearly as bad. So we were able to hold it and not wreck ourselves into them. We've caught up to Sinclair here. He's not been able to make the move on Burton, so we're going to try and take advantage. See if we can work our way into the top 10.
Still there. Clear outside.
We do. We're getting to the long run, so the car's really starting to feel good. Making ground up through the field. I've always had good long run pace here. It's a short run where everyone's packed up and so easy to get run over that we have trouble with. Plus, we're not as quick. Get a good run on Jeff Burton here.
Car outside.
Get it to his inside. Are we going to be able to get a good exit? Decent exit.
Still there. You're in the top 10. Clear outside.
And that's the top 10. Mark Martin and Kurt Busch just ahead. Keep clipping that apron. That was terrible there. It shoves the nose so bad. It's going to get Jeff Burton right back around us.
Still there.
Right back around us, most likely. I don't think we're going to be able to hold him off here. I'll try. Now we got loose that time.
Still there.
Well, still stuck on the outside. There's just no grip up here. See if we can get a good exit, stay ahead of Timothy.
Clear inside.
We do. Fight back on Burton, see if we can get back around him. Oh, he's going to block us?
Car outside.
You see him turn left there?
Keep low.
What the heck was he doing there?
Keep low.
Looked like he just turned left down the straightaway. I don't think we made contact, but I think that was after he turned left. That was weird.
You're in the top 10.
Wouldn't think he'd be blocking me, but we get back by him. That's kind of scary. I was worried we were going to wreck him, and then we'd get involved. Car's feeling solid, though. Let's see if we can track Kurt Busch back down. Mark Martin gets by him and is trying to catch Bobby Labonte. We can get single file. We can pull away from those guys behind us, so that's good. We do go green the whole way, which I doubt we will. We will need another pit stop. We'll take 4 tires. Even if it's under green, I'm not taking 2. We're on lap 60 already, so this is marching right along. This is race 26 in the season. So after this race, we will have 10 races left in the season. So not far to go before we get to Homestead. I say that, but these 26 races have taken about 2 years to complete. Which is not exactly what I had in mind when I started this series, but it's been okay. Sometimes they're hard to get recorded, and it take me a couple months to find the time to do it. I'd like to get them out at least once a month. I entered the corner way too hard that time. That was scary. Hopefully we can get the season finished before too long. Before the end of 2024 at least. Pretty good run on Kurt Busch. If you're watching this way in the future, then that's irrelevant to you.
The yellow flag is out. Let's go. Race back to the line.
Okay. Don't hit me. We're just going to have to go to the back. Where's the leader? Right there. We're going a lap down. Gosh dang it. Actually, might be able to get by him.
You got a slow car up high. You got a slow car up high.
I overdrove it with Kurt Busch on my outside, and that just took all the air off the side, and that's exactly what I was talking about.
Okay,
with Terry Labonte. I was so glad I didn't overdrive it when we were trying to pass him on into turn 1, and that is exactly the reason, because if we overdrove it and he was on our outside, we would have just spun, just like we did there. Now we got severe rear end damage. We're going to take 4 tires and fuel all the way back into 32nd now after driving up into the top 10.
Keep it under 40. Keep it under 3,000 in second. Remember, don't pass the stop sign at the end of pit road.
Go ahead and pit.
Pace cars in turn 1.
Actually, don't think we're too bad. We didn't hit the wall that bad. I think we only hit Kurt.
On the back straight.
I think he cushioned us from the wall quite a bit. So we're gonna hopefully get everything fixed and not go a lap down here.
The pace cars in turn 3.
Have a little bit of time. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Go, go, go!
Okay.
Limit 40. Keep it under 3,000 in second.
Don't speed.
Watch that speed now. Keep it on 3,000.
Should barely stay on the lead lap.
In turn 4.
Don't speed, I said.
On the front stretch.
That could have been a lot worse than what it was. If we backed it into the wall,
You're clear of pit lane. Stay behind.
we would have really been in trouble, but I think Kurt
trouble on the back straight.
cushioned us from that. We just completely freaking lost it underneath him, unfortunately. Exactly what I wanted to not do. Take a look at the car. Looks okay. That was really stupid of me. Enjoying a nice long run. We'd made it up into the top 10, and now we got to try and do it all over again with a broken car.
Whoa,
though not super bad. It's going to be all right.
Stay behind the 42 car.
We can almost make it on fuel now.
We'll give you just a splash of fuel.
I'm going to go ahead and put half a can in it just to be safe.
Let him by.
Who am I letting by? I don't know who I'm supposed to let by. McMurray? At least we managed to stay on the lead lap, and the damage isn't too bad. I think we can be okay. We just got to make it back up through the field, which won't be easy, but we can do it. We just did it. It took us like 60 laps. And we got a lot more than 60 laps to go, so see if we can get ourselves back into the top 10. I think the car's all right. Hopefully, Kurt Busch isn't hurt too bad. See if we can figure out where he is. Is he out? Oh, he's out. We took him out of the race completely. Gosh dang it, that stinks. I didn't think he got that much damage. I thought we backed, like, we spun underneath him. And I thought our rear end pushed up into the side of him and then pushed him up into the wall, where he just had some, like, right side and left side damage and nothing too bad. But apparently not. That is unfortunate for him. Did not want to take anybody out, especially someone who's racing up there in the top 10 and has been doing pretty well in the championship. Rusty Wallace is behind us without a front end, so he must have had a lot more damage from that first wreck than we initially thought. Oh, that's not what we wanted to do. We did not want to do that. I got to be so careful into turn 1. We cannot get too relaxed ever in this race to where I accidentally overdrive turn 1, especially on the inside of somebody. If we don't have anybody on our outside, it's not as bad. But if they're on our outside, they just take the air right off of us, and we spin. Holy cow, McMurray's slow. He must have a lot of damage. That's alright. Gets us spread out a little bit from everybody.
Stay low.
See if we can make the pass.
Stay low.
Maybe he just accelerated bad.
Clear.
Because we just kind of struggled to pass him there. I don't think we're going to be down on speed. I hope not. Car feels totally fine. We got all the damage fixed. I think it was mainly cosmetic. Yeah, I think we're okay. I think we're okay. We do have Ken Schrader ahead of us with damage, so he must have been the one that we saw spinning when we put it in the wall that one time. They're going to be all stacked up here, too wide. I did not want to get sent to the back. I have to mess with all this traffic, but that was all our fault. So I don't have anybody to blame but myself for that one. Are they going to be wrecking? What's going on up here? People all over the place. Steve Park on the inside wall. Coming back up the track. What is he doing? Now we got McMurray diving it on our inside while we got... I didn't even think we had left a gap there, and he just shoved his nose there. I had to back way out of it and turn right, otherwise we would have just gotten wrecked. I don't know what the heck. He was extremely slow at the start. I thought he had engine damage, and now he's up here plowing through the field. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's just down a gear or something on the restart that hurts him.
Keep low.
We just gotta be patient. We gotta not wreck again. Again. And Ken Schrader needs to get the heck out of my way with this broken car.
Outside. Outside. Still there.
We get really tight. We're underneath Mike Skinner in the 01.
Keep low.
Get in underneath Todd Bodine. Nearly clear them. They're going to be 3 wide right ahead of us. Jimmy Johnson has a ton of nose damage, so that's why he's so far back here.
Clear.
That's kind of big championship implications. I think he's running second in points, not that far behind Kenseth. So if he can't get a very good finish here, that's going to hurt him a bit. Because it looks like Kenseth's doing good again, as usual. We got to get around Schrader.
Outside. Keep low.
Alright. Wardburton's got some damage. Just short track racing, you're going to get damage here.
Keep low. That car's a lap down. Stay low.
Just one of those things.
Clear.
Steve Park's a lap down. I don't know what he was doing on the inside. I don't know if he came out of the pits there or something.
Stay low.
Just threw it into the corner 3 wide on all these lead lap guys. That was a scary entry. We're almost back to the top 20 though. Not doing too bad. And like I said, plenty of race left to make it up. As long as we don't spin ourselves again.
Outside.
And McMurray
You're on the bottom. 3 wide. You're on the
plowing
bottom.
through the
3
field,
wide.
and then
Stay low.
once we get single file, he's just dead slow. I don't know what he's doing.
Stay low.
We need to try to get back around him if we can. Doesn't look like he's gotten any damage. But maybe he got engine damage or something. Lost a gear. Such a tough track. So tough to maintain consistency and not spin ourselves on entry by losing concentration. Saw some debris on the front stretch there. I don't know. Must have been some contact somewhere. No caution though. Thankfully.
That car's a lap down.
Fittipaldi is a lap down now. Can we get around him without wrecking?
Stay low. Clear.
Kind of. We do. About to catch back up to the traffic. I'm keeping it so low through the corner. That's making it so I clip the apron a lot, but I can't afford to leave a gap and kind of diamond the corner, because if I leave even half a car width below the yellow, or above the yellow line open, the AI are just going to dive it right in and try and put their nose there. Just like that. Wasn't even off the yellow line, and we just get driven into. Gotta try and keep moving forward so we're not getting run over. Get a big nose shove that's gonna get Benson to our inside. Nothing we can do about it. Oh my gosh, they're making contact right ahead of us. Robbie Gordon nearly spun Craven.
Still there. Stay high.
Can we get a run around Gordon on the outside? Don't think we will. Just no grip.
Still there. Clear inside.
Gonna have to fall back behind Benson. We get stalled out a bit. Car's probably not as good as it was before we wrecked.
Clear.
But that is kind of to be expected. We are extremely tight right now.
Outside.
It feels tighter than it did before.
Clear.
Maybe that has to do with the rear damage. Get around Gordon, see if we can pull away, see if we can follow Benson through these guys, if he can actually make passes as we overdrive it.
Clear inside.
Did not expect to be able to get to his outside there. Can we get a run? It just seems like my runs keep getting stalled out. He's going to look for a pass here. May be able to get around Craven now that he's on the outside. If I can get on throttle early enough through the center of the corner, it does start to get looser and actually turn, which is what we need. Because it is very tight right now. Don't overdrive it. Alright. Almost back up to 20th. Clip that apron, shoves it massively. Luckily, we had plenty of space behind us. Harvick all the way back here. He's kind of fallen off a bit. Nemechek started right in front of us, didn't he? Like 30-something? So he's moved up quite a bit. Just did not qualify well, apparently.
Still there. Still there. Clear.
We get around Benson, nearly get to the inside on Harvick, and he's going to immediately go to the inside on Nemechek.
Clear outside.
We're not able to take our run at all. We're going to get a run underneath Nemechek because it got loose there in the center of the corner.
Now in the top 20. Stay low.
Back to the top 20,
Still there.
thankfully. Can't quite clear Nemechek.
Clear outside.
Mayfield's a lap down. Can we get around him? Just barely able to get the nose there.
Stay low.
Glad we didn't have an instant caution after mine.
Keep low.
We're going green again. Still think we need to do another pit stop. Right. Yeah. We can only do 93 on fuel. We're almost to halfway. Not quite there yet. Car does not feel as good as it did in the second run, or that long run we just had. The car felt really good that long run. It does not feel that good anymore. Feels like I'm getting stalled out quite a bit more, but maybe as this run gets longer, we'll start to feel better.
Stay low.
Try and get around Harvick.
Keep low. Clear.
We do. Let's go work on Elliott Sadler. Okay, that time I clipped the apron and it got loose.
Keep digging.
Just got to halfway. All things considered, we're very lucky that wreck didn't damage the car more than it did, but I do feel bad about wrecking Kurt Busch. I didn't think he'd gotten hurt too bad from that, but apparently he got hurt worse than us. Okay, can we slowly work our way back forward some more? That was a good run through 3 and 4 that time.
Outside.
Don't overdrive it.
Still there. Clear outside.
Okay, clear him. Slowly making up ground. We catch up to Waltrip. Not if we do this. Overdrive it. Leave the inside open. We don't lose too much though. Okay, we're doing okay. I'd like to get back to the top 15. If we could. That's quite a ways up there right now. We're going to hit the wall. That was not good. Probably got damage from that. We do. A little right side damage. We can just bend that out next pit stop. It's not going to hurt us much. Though depending on the track position, we may not want to spend extra time doing that. We will see. Probably not going to do that. Probably not going to worry about it unless we get more damage. I do want to take...
We won't fix the damage.
Well, splash fuel's probably alright. We're like 5 laps short on fuel. I wonder if we could save that out here. I don't know. I don't know where I would. Even though there are heavy braking zones, we're not really off throttle that much. Corners just aren't long enough. Plus I'm using some throttle on entry to keep it stable. Nearly get a run on Waltrip. He's going to block
Still there.
to the inside.
Stay low.
We have a bad angle into the corner, but hopefully we can keep on his inside. No, we're not going to be able to. Maybe this run we can. Good run off the corner.
Outside. Still there. Keep
Okay.
low.
Should be able to complete it this time.
Clear outside. Car
See
outside.
Sterling Marlin up there with
Clear
some
outside.
left side damage. Okay. Feeling good. Single file here. We're spread out. I can get on throttle pretty early, and that's getting it loose out of the corner, which is like what I want with how tight it is. Loose out of the corner is okay. We can manage that. It's loose on entry to ones. The one part of the track I'm scared of right now. But we're doing okay. We're managing that. Just can't let my guard down. Get back around Rudd here. That's going to be top 15. I see Mark Martin up there and Timothy Sinclair. Haven't seen Steve Fulton. I wonder if he's moved back up towards the top 10.
Outside.
Get a run on Ricky Rudd.
Keep low.
We're going to get tight though, but we can get on throttle and get some yaw into it. Get loose off the corner, get some drive. Complete that pass, all right. Top 15. Next missions, get back to the top 10. Transition to the long run. Tires are feeling good. Car's feeling pretty good. Doesn't feel quite as tight as it did 20 laps ago. I think we're getting loose out of the corner a little bit more now, which is helping tremendously to get some turn. Get a run on Sterling Marlin.
Stay low.
Entered the corner pretty hard, but we got it to stick.
Keep low.
Get a decent drive out. Making up ground. Rusty Wallace up there a lap down. Kind of holding everybody up. Now they're trying to pass him. Oh, Mark Martin. He got shuffled out of line. Now he's stuck behind Rusty Wallace, who's severely damaged, and they're making contact there.
You're on the bottom.
Did not want that call.
3 wide. Car outside.
Don't push up into him. Oh my gosh.
Clear.
Thought we were wrecking there. That was extremely scary. They're 3 wide again behind me, I think. Looks like they finally got that sorted out. Went to the inside on Martin. I think he tried to go to the inside on Rusty Wallace. That put me 3 wide bottom, and I shoved up a little bit into one. Nearly made I think we did make contact, but nearly got spun to the outside wall there. Thankfully, we kept it clean. And I could see top 10, Jeff Burton up there. And we're feeling pretty good out of the corner right now.
Car outside.
Getting some good drives.
Stay low. Stay low.
Get a good exit there. Go clear Dale Jarrett. Real loose. Can't let it get too loose on me. I don't want to spin out of the corner. That was a bad turn 4. Kind of entered way too high there. But we're still okay. When are people going to pit? Does anyone besides me have to pit for fuel? I don't know. I do see Steve Fulton up there. He's in 8th, so he's still running really well. He's recovered from getting shuffled back there at the earlier part of the race.
Keep low.
Very loose. Don't overdrive this.
Stay low. Clear.
Get the pass done. Barely. Settle back in. Try and go catch top 10. Greg Biffle up there now. So I'm looking at that. Running into the wall. Make sure that didn't turn damage back on.
We're gonna fix that damage.
Gotta make sure that's off. Not gonna worry about it. We got good track position. I don't want to waste time on pit road fixing a little bit of right side damage. Give me Johnson a lap down now in 30th. One of these cautions has really hurt him. And it's hurting his race pretty bad. Okay. Flipping the aprons is something I'm going to have to contend with the whole race here. I already have been. Fuel-wise, what does that look like? 64. We only got 70-something laps to go. I imagine we'll get another caution, right? I just hope I'm not the caution. This has been a much better race so far than the one earlier in the season. At least we've had 2 long runs this time. And the only caution was caused by me. First Richmond race, we had a nice long run at the beginning, and then it just became caution fest. Every restart we were wrecking, it seemed like. I had some wrecks in there, but a lot of that was just these guys driving into each other. Glad to see we've gotten going here.
The leader's pitting now.
Leader's pitting. That is very early.
Outside.
Very early to be pitting there.
Clear.
Jeff Gordon. Looks like it. I mean, you got to do one stop anyway. You might as well. I mean, you can pit whenever. I think I'm going to wait until we absolutely have to, because if a caution comes out, after we pit, we're going to be stuck a lap down. Looks like a lot of people are going long here. That is an interesting call from Jeff Gordon there, just now coming out of the pits. Maybe he had a problem. Who knows? We're still out here. We're going to keep going. But it may work out in his favor. Come out here on new tires, be much quicker than everybody. If we go green to the end, he could make up a lot of ground. So we still all have to pit. We're back up in the top 10, thank goodness. Steve Fulton just ahead of us, and Timothy Sinclair just behind us. I don't feel like I'm making up much ground on these guys ahead of me, though. Be nice and easy with it. We don't need to go crazy. We're running really good right now. Worked our way back up through the field. Recovered nicely from the wreck. Slowly catching them, but not very fast at all. Very strange. Jeff Gordon pit there and nobody else did. So I wonder if he just had a problem. Because if that was going to be a strategy, there would have been more than one person doing it. Bit of Paldy's on pit road now, Rusty Wallace. Maybe that's just the start of the pit cycle really early. We still got a long ways to go. 63 laps. We can do 55. We need like 10 more laps. I still want to put half a can in. We're not gonna.
We'll give you a half a can of fuel.
Not gonna lose any time. We're gonna have to wait on tires anyway. I do not want to be short on fuel. Not that I think we would, but might as well be safe with it. We get a bit loose there. Todd Bodine down on the inside. He's a lap down. Mike Skinner. Big, massive push there. Bobby Labonte and Steve Fulton are getting held up by these lap cars right now. We got plenty of space behind us, though. We don't need to be super aggressive here. Just take our time. Get to the inside on Todd Bodine.
Outside.
Got somebody blowing up on the inside. That's Matt Kenseth.
Clear.
Matt Kenseth blowing up. I would have thought he'd be in the lead. That is huge news for Johnson, who's having a terrible race. If Matt Kenseth's out of it, Johnson's going to end up beating him. He can keep running. But if Kenseth's engine just blew, he's going to have to quit. That's huge, huge news. That's going to be massive for Johnson. So Johnson staying out here and trying to salvage a race, it's going to pay off big for him. That's big news there.
Car outside. Stay low. Clear.
Thought Kenseth and Gordon were running 1-2. Said the leader was pitting when Gordon pit, so I imagine he was in the lead, but I figured Kenseth be right there with him. And that is huge if he's going to be out of this race. Steve Fulton up on the outside. We're going to nearly get the nose there. Jeff Gordon, speaking of, is just behind us on his new tires. So he's going to be fast. We're going to have to figure out a way to get him by us without losing too much. Because he is all over our bumper here. I'm just going to leave the inside open for him. Or we're going to get run over anyway.
You're in the middle, 3 wide.
And we're in the middle, 3 wide. I'd like to not be. I wanted to clear Craven and then let Gordon get by me, because if we were ahead of Gordon when he was coming, new tires might have just drove right through us. And it kind of already did. And Bobby Labonte's pitting, and I had no idea. A lot of people pitting. That could have been bad. Don't fix it. A lot of people are pitting right now. We got to be extra careful in 3 and 4. Because they'll just stop right in front of you. See people going wide up ahead because of people going down pit road. I'm going to stay out here, I think, as long as we can, because if we get a yellow, we're going to be in really good shape. We're in 5th right now. Not everybody has pit yet. But if we do end up needing to pit under green, which I have not practiced at all, and I doubt I'd be very good at it. Part of the reason why I want to wait, so I don't have to make a green flag pit stop.
You're in 4.
But if we do end up having to do that, Jeff Gordon, having pit so early, is probably going to be in the best position out of everybody. He might be in line for the win here.
The leader pitting now. That car's a lap down.
But I think we might get a yellow.
The yellow flag is out.
Just as I say that. Just
Okay,
as I say that. Lap 149.
Turn 4. Stay behind the 10 car. You're now in 3rd.
Did not want to pit early because I thought there might be a yellow. And what do you know? Now we can pit, not lose anything, and be good. The leader right now is Jeff Burton.
Pit road is now open.
On the lead lap, there are only 12. So we're in perfect shape. That hurts Jeff Gordon a lot.
Limit 40. Keep it under.
Unfortunately for him.
In 2nd.
That's bad. Take our tires, take our fuel, and now we're good to the end. We don't need to worry about pit stops anymore. Unless we want to just get tires. We've only got 50 to go.
pace cars in turn 1. Go, go, go!
That was a great run there.
We nailed that stop. Great work,
Pit
guys.
crew's doing really good.
Keep
nailing those pit stops. I need to not speed and get sent to the end of the longest line.
At the end of pit road. The pace cars in turn 2.
Oh, Steve Fulton with a bunch of rear end damage. Was he the caution? He was running good. That stinks.
Okay, you're clear of pit lane. Stay behind the 99 car.
Really bad luck for Jeff Gordon, though. That does not go green. It shows him in 7th, though. Did he not get stuck a lap down and was he able to get his lap back? Oh, he was. So I think he was able to stay out there and get the track position back, so he actually is okay. I didn't think he'd got his lap back yet, but I guess he had. So he is doing fine.
You're in the top 10.
In fact, he's the leader now, so that did work out perfectly for him. Had that caution come out a little bit sooner and him been stuck a lap down, he would have been in trouble, but he was able to get on to the lead lap. So he is in perfect position. He's going to have a little bit older tires than we do, though. And we are going to be stuck on the outside with a bunch of lap down guys, so we have to be extra careful. Extra careful. Kenseth had a camshaft go out. That is really unfortunate for him. So now Jimmy Johnson, running 32nd, 2 laps down, is going to wind up beating Matt Kenseth. And I think they're running 1-2 in the championship with Kenseth leading. So that's pretty big news. Pretty big news. We're pretty late in the season here, so that's kind of stuff that could prove to be big. Like I said, I mentioned New Hampshire was next week, but then we have Dover, which we actually won the first race there this season. So looking forward to going back there. Had some good speed. That's always a tough track too, though. And then Talladega, which we were doing okay and before we got into a big wreck by Kevin LePage, pulling his signature move at Talladega. And then Kansas, first time at Kansas, will be after that.
We're going green next time by. Okay, we're
looking forward to that one.
Stay on the outside line. Stay behind the 99 car on the outside line.
Kansas always a fun track to race for this season. And then back to Charlotte, Martinsville again. Martinsville's always going to be a mess of a race, but we did manage to somehow get our win. I think our first win at Martinsville earlier in the season, which is just insanity. And then we got Atlanta, always fun. Phoenix, always fun. Rockingham, always really tough, but a lot of fun as well. And then Homestead for the final race.
Get ready now, going green.
So a lot of fun tracks coming up. But we got Richmond right now, and we got to be very careful on this restart. We're running 6th. Just need to be very patient.
Green, green, green.
Got to be very patient. I'm stuck back here in heavy traffic with the pit strategies going on.
Still there. Keep high.
I do not need to be leaving 3 wide middle.
You're up top, 3 wide.
That's what I did not want to have happen. I went into the corner a little too wide, and that got a 3rd groove because we're just so tight starting off. And I'm getting turned. Holy cow, how did we save that? Alright, we're going to fall back to 11th here, but that's better than wrecking. Holy crap, that was close. We just got completely shuffled out of line. The car starts off way tight, so I could not get any grip on the outside. And they're going to be wrecking anyway.
Let's go. Race back to the line. We got a wreck on the front stretch. Okay.
Just had no grip on the outside there, and
stay behind the 83
just got shuffled back, and I don't know how we didn't spin when I think Robbie Gordon got into our left rear. That was crazy. And then we have another big wreck there, and they're wrecking on the backstretch.
Stay behind the 83 car.
Probably lucky we got shuffled all the way to the back there, because we might have been in that wreck otherwise. And we're still in 8th, so even falling all the way to the back, we only ended up 11th, so there's not that many people on the lead lap, so that's not a big deal. We had plenty of time to make it up. It's just so tough on the outside there on these restarts because the car is not set up. And they're still wrecking.
We got trouble on the back straight.
Martin sideways. People cannot figure out how to pace. Did anybody get their lap back?
One car.
Looks like a handful of guys did. Tony Stewart looks like he's one of them.
Pit road is now open.
But we're still going to be stuck on the outside, but maybe we'll be a bit further up in the order. But we cannot let a middle groove form on our inside. We gotta enter the corner and make sure we get it slowed down without washing up, because if we let a middle groove get in there, we're going to be so out of shape and maybe even getting wrecked. You just got to slow it down, be real slow, and make sure we don't slide up. That's so tough. The car is so tight to start with. The cold tires. Keep some heat into them, maybe.
Stay behind the 83 car.
Oh, man. Been a decent race, though. We've had some good long runs. I hope we don't have a bunch of cautions to end it, but we might with all these lap down cars mixed in now. Usually happens when you get a bunch of the field lap down, you get some slower cars mixed in with faster cars, and they kind of just run over each other. Unfortunately. Now who came? Nobody got taken out in that one, but a lot of people got damage. Timothy Sinclair also ended up a lap down somehow, maybe just with the pitting. It looks like he's first car one lap down, so maybe if we get another quick caution, he'd get his lap back, but I'm hoping we don't get another quick caution. I want this thing to go green to the end, but that's going to be a tall order. I hope we can at least survive it. It's going to be so tough. And we are having so many pace laps. Why we got so many pace laps? What are we doing? Are we cleaning up the track? Looks pretty clean to me. Let's get this show back going. Please. And hopefully no more cautions. The more restarts we have to do, the more chances of us getting into a wreck, because that is when we are the most vulnerable and probably where I'm the worst. Once we get spread out, I can do good and make my way and be patient, but on these restarts, I am not stable enough to keep it from getting way out of hand. And just as I said, Dale Jr. running P3 now, so he's definitely moved his way up. Must just not have qualified well, because he's always really good at Richmond. Jeff Gordon up there as well. Terry Labonte worked his way up to third or second, so he's doing good. We need to get a much better restart here. We need to not wash up into turn 1 and 2. We got to keep it real low in that second lane.
Get ready now. Going
just above bottom lane. Right here. Let's do it. Let's go.
Green, green, green.
Steve Fulton's actually back on the lead lap. I didn't even notice that. He's just in front of us here. What did I just say? Okay, we're all right.
That car's a lap down. Keep high.
He gets on our outside, 3 wide. How does he do that?
Clear inside. Inside. That car's a lap down. Stay high. That car's a lap down.
He went to our outside and passed us. McMurray. I have no idea how he was able to do that. They keep going to our outside middle of the corner, and it's really hurting me. I don't know how we're not wrecking.
Still there. That car's a lap down. Stay high. That car's a lap down. Stay high. That car's a lap down. Stay high. Have no idea how he was able to do that. They keep going to our outside middle of the corner, and it's really hurting me. I don't know how we're not wrecking. Still there. That car's a lap down.
Are we clear? Can I get to the bottom? I can. We're going to get to the bottom and stay there. Hopefully not get run over. Or we're going to get run over. Holy cow. Have a bunch of lap cars in front of us, but we've survived it somehow. We've gotten to the bottom. I can't slip up. Let him get to my inside behind us. Doing okay, though.
That car's a lap down.
Pretty much everyone in front of us is a lap down, but we're okay. We've survived it. Sterling Marlin is for position up there.
Stay low.
My gosh, that was an intense restart. I cannot believe McMurray, they're wrecking.
Outside. The yellow flag is out. Let's go.
This is
Bring it
bad,
back
this
to
is
the
bad,
line.
this is bad.
Clear. Pit road is closed. Car outside.
Okay, we're alright.
In turn 3. Stay low.
I cannot believe McMurray just went to our outside and just went right around us on the outside, 3 wide. I don't know how the heck he did that. He is having a weird race.
Stay behind the 19 car.
We were behind him for that one restart, and he was really, really slow, and then at random points just been blasting through the field. I don't know what he's got going on, but he's doing good now. They were running into each other like crazy up there, and finally they wreck. We're in P8, which is pretty good.
Pit road is now open.
I'm not going to pit. I don't think we're going to pit again this race, to be honest. I don't want to give up track position. Did anybody get their lap back there? Does not look like it. Timothy Sinclair still the first car lap down. Gosh, those restarts are so dangerous. I don't know how we didn't wreck when McMurray went around our outside 3 wide. I don't know what we're doing up here. We need to get caught up. McMurray's in 6th now. He's flipped on the aggressive switch, that's for sure. It's like when we got behind him for that restart and he just didn't go. He had been in conservation mode, and then when we got past him and we did a few laps, he flipped on the aggressive switch, and he hasn't turned it off since, so he's just been crazy.
Stay behind the 19 car.
I don't know how in the world we survived that restart. That was dangerous, all over the place dangerous. Any slight little contact could have easily wrecked us. And we were in the middle 3 wide unexpectedly. And everyone gave us enough room to not wreck. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. We're okay though. Gonna have to do it all over again. Need to get within 10 to go so the lap cars get sent to the back. Or they might just stay in line actually, but I know we don't do single or double file anymore. Double file really is treacherous because we have to start on the outside, and that is not where you want to be here. Not where I want to be, at least. That is for sure. Oh, so many pace laps again. Did anybody get taken out in that wreck? I didn't see who was wrecking. Might have been Elliott Sadler. Nobody's gotten taken out though. They're still going. Jimmy Johnson in 31st. 3 laps down, but he's going to beat Kenseth, so.
We're going green next time by.
Jeff Gordon's still leading this thing.
Stay on the outside line. Stay behind the 40 car on the outside
Thankfully,
line.
McMurray's in front of us now, so he can go take it 3 wide on the outside with somebody else. We got Elliott Sadler just behind us. He's on the lead lap. amazingly. Oh, can we survive this restart? All these restarts, we gotta survive them. I don't know how we're going to be able to. We got to get really lucky each time, and eventually I feel like we're going to run out of luck. At least there's not that many people on the lead lap, so we shouldn't fall too far if we can just stay on the lead lap. Alright, come on.
Green, green, green.
Decent start, but nowhere to go. Sadler behind us must have a lot of damage because he did not pull up to us. That's going to give us some time to catch our breath here. We actually have the inside that we can take. Alright, that was good. Let's just go ahead and get there. Get off the corner and settle in. Alright, that was way better. Way calmer of a restart for us.
Car outside.
Might be able to make some passes here on the inside.
Still there.
Jeff Gordon pulling out to a pretty good lead.
Still there.
Up there. Now we're going to get back around McMurray.
Still there.
He is having such a strange race. Getting tight.
Clear. Car outside. Still there.
Trying to get a decent exit. We're stuck behind Kenny Wallace here, but he's not doing too bad, actually.
Stay low.
Oh,
Keep low. Still there.
I missed the corner a little bit, locked up. Left the door open, but thankfully Elliott Sadler was far enough back we didn't have him go underneath us.
Still there.
This is so intense. I don't want to make a mistake. Leave the door open for somebody. Get back around McMurray. We're going to pass Steve Fulton here, maybe.
We're back in fifth.
Top 5.
Stay low. Clear outside.
Okay, now we just got to be patient behind Kenny Wallace.
Stay low.
Nemechek is not on the lead lap. We got 2 lap down guys ahead of us. We just gotta wait. I can't throw it 3 wide.
Outside.
Massive loose there.
Car inside.
Now we're getting driven into.
You're in the middle. 3 wide. Clear outside.
Okay,
Still there.
how we survived that, I don't know.
Clear. Car inside.
The wheel nearly came off the desk. I was whipping it around, and we're still getting ran into.
Keep high.
Oh, come on, guys. They're wrecking behind us.
Flag is out. Let's go. Race back to the line.
Oh, holy cow.
Catch up to the end of the pace
We lost
line.
3 spots
Stay
there,
behind
but
the
somehow we
15
didn't
car.
wreck.
We got trouble in the pit. That car's a lap down.
That was lap 178.
Stay behind the
Gosh dang
15
it.
car.
Overdrove it, got loose, and then was just trying to catch it while everyone was running into me. And then they finally wrecked on our inside. Like, I was trying to hang on to it, trying not to wreck, and people just kept running into me. And then I got shoved up to the outside, and then I got ran into a bunch of times up there, and then finally, I don't know what happened. I don't know how we didn't wreck again. That was such a good restart, too. If I hadn't have slipped up like that, we could have maybe been okay. We had gotten back up to the top 5.
Stay behind the 15 car. There's an accident in turn 1.
And they can't ever get caught up to the pace car without wrecking.
Pit road is now open.
I am not going to pit. Pitting is not what we're going to be doing the rest of this race, I don't think. Not going to have a long enough run where tires are going to matter. It's all about track position now. And surviving the restarts. Oh, man. We were doing good there. We were right up there with Kenny Wallace. He's a mile ahead now. We were just behind him, and then I got loose on entry and slipped up off the bottom, and then of course somebody had instantly filled that gap underneath us and runs into our left rear quarter panel, so that made me slip up even more, and then I was on the outside, and then entered the corner on the outside in the next corner and got ran into there, and then I was spinning to the inside as they were running into me. Trying to catch it is just a big mess. And now McMurray's right behind us again. Woohoo. Perfect. That's what I wanted to see. I wanted McMurray to get back behind me to drive through me on this restart. Oh, man. Calamity.
20 laps to go.
Calamity on the restarts. Only 20 to go. Just survived them. Still only 16 on the lead lap. Oh, Robbie Gordon's out, so 15 on the lead lap. I'd really like to keep a top 10, but at least if we wreck and keep it on the lead lap, we won't fall too far. We won't be like 30th if we can keep it on the lead lap. Priority number 1 is not wrecking, though. Gotta keep top 10 if we can. Maybe it's 20 to go that they don't make it double file. I think it's 10 to go. I can't remember. I'd really love to stop with the double file, though. It's just a big, big mess. Huge mess. No more mistakes. Let's just keep it underneath us. Stop overdriving it. Stop getting loose. We got to be nice and smooth. Don't worry about who's around us. I'm entering the corners a little bit harder because I don't want to get run over, but I have to enter the corners and hope for the best. I can't miss the corner because I'm worried about the guy behind me. Not the way you can race. One to green now, please. Get back going. And it's double file again.
Okay, we're on the lead lap. Stay on the outside line. Stay behind the 40 car on the outside line.
Maybe we can get a restart like we had before, but Elliott Sadler was not able to get going, and he's in front of us now, and we got McMurray, so it worked out perfectly with him not having a good restart behind us and us having a gap, and then us able to get to the bottom, but I don't know if that's going to happen again. We seem to be in the position where we're going to get taken 3 wide again. Oh, we just got to survive it again. Just got to survive it. Get another decent start. Get it into turn 1. Don't wash up.
Get ready now. Going green. Pace car's in.
Pace car's in.
Green, green, green. That car's a lap
Okay.
down.
They're just not going ahead of me.
Keep high.
McMurray's running into us.
Clear inside.
We're clear to the inside. I'm going.
Car outside. Clear.
And we're just getting shoved through the corner.
Inside. That car's a lap down. That car's a lap down. Keep high.
It's hard to make the corner and there's driving through you on entry.
Keep high.
Again, we somehow don't wreck. I'm getting loose on the outside. I need to get back to the bottom.
Clear. Car inside.
Might be able to sneak ahead of Casey Mears here.
Car outside.
Barely.
Still there. Stay low.
Just so stacked up here. We're getting turned. I just keep getting run into. I just keep getting run into.
The yellow flag is out.
And they wrecked
Let's go.
again.
Race back to the line. Outside. Pit road is closed. Keep low.
If they could stop running into me, it'd be so much easier.
Caution. Catch up to the end
It
of
would
the
be
pace
so
line.
much
Stay
easier.
behind the 19 car. That
Oh, man.
Stay behind the 19
And they
car.
just can't stop wrecking. Maybe we'll be within 10 to go here and it won't be double file. Probably will because we're going to do
Stay
20
behind
pace
the
laps.
19 car.
Gosh dang it.
Road is
Ridiculous.
now open.
Just ridiculous.
Let him by.
I'm waiting for him to pass me, Spotter. I'm just sitting here.
Let him by. Keep it under 40. Keep it under 3,000 in seconds.
I don't even know who I'm supposed to let by. Jeremy
Stay
Mayfield?
behind the 19 car.
Yeah. Well, I'm waiting on him. Get up here and I'll let him
Stay
by.
behind the 19 car.
Oh, okay. Thankfully, McMurray, after driving through us so many times and being stupid aggressive around us, I think he got shoved up into the wall when Ward Burton just drove through us on entry that one time. Like, we were going to make the corner just fine, and then Ward Burton just pushes us up. And, I mean, there's nothing we could do about it. Hard to get into the corner when we're getting shoved up 3 lanes on entry. Like, I couldn't keep it on the bottom at that point. I think McMurray was on our outside when that happened. And now he's back in 12th, so he can have fun back there for a little while. Maybe stay away from us. Greg Biffle is out now. He was in the lead lap. 17 people on the lead lap now. Timothy Sinclair got ahead of Gordon, and Kevin Harvick did. But Gordon's still in good shape up in the lead. And if he keeps getting these quick yellows, I think he's going to have a very easy time keeping the lead. He just looks like he's the fastest anyway. And apparently he had the best strategy pitting so early there. Just worked out perfectly for him. But behind him, Terry Labonte still doing good. Dale Jr. still there. Mark Martin. Sterling Marlin has already made it up to 4th. He's moved up a few spots since we last saw him. Elliott Sadler's still doing good. Steve Fulton's doing really good in 7th. We're in 8th. Bobby Labonte and Jeff Burton. And thankfully McMurray's back in 11th, so he can stay back there for a while. There's only 16 people on the lead lap now after Greg Biffle quit with damage, apparently. And what is this, our 5th caution, 6th caution? No. It's our 8th caution. It's Richmond for you. Get lots of cautions. I wish we could have finished under green without having all these yellows in a row, but once you get damaged cars and lap down cars on the inside of the leaders, they're just so much contact. Thank goodness it is single file now. That's going to make things a little bit easier for us. We can be aggressive, get to the inside, and not be too worried about entering the corner on the outside. If we're on the inside, it's a lot easier. The outside, I just have no freaking turn, and if I leave a gap, they're going to just take it 3 wide and immediately almost wreck us. Next flag probably going to end the race. Caution or checkered. I doubt we'll make it 10 laps without wrecking. But maybe we won't get run over so bad if we're starting single file. We need to be aggressive, get underneath McMurray, or get underneath Mayfield.
Green, green, green.
Can't pass them before the line, but now we can. They're pretty slow there. It's going to be good. And all of a sudden, the car's just not turning. What the heck is that? I don't know what happened there.
Keep low.
Didn't feel like I entered the corner hard, but it just shoved up a whole lane. Maybe I locked it up and didn't hear it.
Clear outside.
Got Labonte behind us, 4 position. Elliott Sadler just ahead of us here, 4 position.
That car, the lap down.
Schrader is not 4 position though.
Outside. Stay low. Clear outside.
Can we get to Sadler? Maybe. We're running out of laps. We just made up a ton of ground on them there, though. Can we get a run on them? Not going to be there quite yet. Maybe we get a run this time. get there.
Just 5 more to go. Car outside. Keep low. That car's a lap down. Keep low.
Try and get a decent exit, make some contact.
Stay low.
Oh, car's not turning. No. Bobby Labonte.
Inside. Clear.
Don't be on my inside. Gosh dang it.
Inside.
We're okay, we're okay.
Inside.
Gotta get around Kenny Wallace. Should get the run here. Bobby Labonte nearly got us shoved up to the outside, but we kept it
That car's a lap down.
in front of
Still
him
there.
somehow.
Clear outside.
Get around Wallace. We're gonna try and get around Johnson.
Car outside. Still there.
Steve Fulton's next car for position. We're shoving up into Johnson. I don't know how we didn't wreck.
2 to go.
2 laps to go.
Clear. Outside. Clear.
Sterling Marlin there is on the lead lap. Coming to the white flag.
Outside.
Get a run on Marlin.
Stay low. White flag. 1 more lap to go. Keep low. Still there. Clear.
Oh, it got so tight there. I was going to get a run on Fulton. Not going to get there now, I don't think. If we get a run here. Not quite. He's going to beat us. Great run to him. We get 6th. Man, that was intense there at the end. I can't believe we finished it under green.
Great job, buddy.
And Sterling runs into us. Oh, that was an intense race. Yeah, okay. Good job, Bobby. Oh my gosh, what a crazy race.
Keep it under.
I can't believe we survived all that. We get
Seconds.
6th.
You all right?
Steve Fulton does a great job. He gets a top 5.
Looks like we're bent up on the back end.
And we come away with that cleanly. As we get wrecked after the checkered. That was an intense restart. We got so tight once we got underneath Marlin. I thought I was going to be able to have a good run to get to Steve. And with his beat up back end. But we just get tight right there. I can't get off the corner, and then he's able to hold on to it. I wasn't going to throw it in here. There's no way I was going to be able to make that work and not wreck myself. We come away with a pretty clean car, all things considered. Oh, that was intense. That was intense. Great finish for him. He gets a top 5. Dale Jr. somehow got the win from Gordon. How did that happen? I thought Gordon had this thing locked down. Let's see the pass Dale Jr. made. Man, he'd made that pass a while ago. It's lap 199, so he's got 2 laps to go. He's all over the back bumper. Gordon was pulling away there those last few restarts, and he just looks to the inside, and Junior takes it. Coming to the white flag. Last lap pass almost for Dale Jr., and he's able to get the win at Richmond, one of his best tracks. That's awesome. Timothy Sinclair gets 14th as well, so he actually finishes pretty well. Got back on the lead lap, got some extra positions there. Makes up a lot of ground from where he started. Started just in front of me, way in the back. And I'm really happy with the 6th place. Had a tough track, and we got New Hampshire coming up, and hopefully we do a little bit better there. So, yeah. That was fun. That was a tough one. I am really happy to have survived it. It was pretty close a few times there, but that was intense and exciting, and I'm glad it finished well. And I'm glad we got a good finish. That was race number 26. We got New Hampshire coming up next. Hopefully not too long from now.